Okay, so this is 5.5, which is systems story problems. So the easiest way to do these is to go through the story problem and circle the totals, and then how do we get to the totals. So since if you guys don't ever have the paper, like for the test or something, what we can do is we can put an equal sign down here, and we know we're doing a system, so we have two equations. So as I go through, I'm going to try to find my totals, and I'm going to write those to the right of those equal signs. So Gabriella and Matt are selling wrapping paper for a school fundraiser. Customers can buy rolls of plain wrapping paper and rolls of shiny wrapping paper. Gabriella sold 12 rolls of plain and 14 rolls of shiny for a total of 508. So I'm going to put that down here. That's a total. Matt sold 6 rolls of plain wrapping paper and 8 rolls of shiny wrapping paper for a total, here's my total, of $274. Find the cost of each roll. All right, so I have my totals. Now we have to figure out how we got to those totals. Now we know that we have two variables, right? So we put two variables together to get to those totals. We have x's and y's. So if I'm talking about plain wrapping paper and shiny wrapping paper, I'm going to say x is plain and y is shiny. Now I'm getting to those. I'm buying each of them, right? So I'm going to add my x and y together. I bought shiny wrapping paper and plain wrapping paper. And then Matt sold shiny wrapping paper and plain wrapping paper, so we put them together. Now, how much were each one? Or how many rolls did each person sell? This first equation is for Gabriella. Gabriella sold 12 plain, so I'm going to put a 12 in front of the x. And 14 shiny, so I'm going to put a 14 in front of the y. Then this bottom equation was Matt's. Matt sold 6 rolls of plain and 8 rolls of shiny. So that's the hardest part with these, is getting our equations set up. From here, we're going to solve just like we always would. Now, x and y aren't solved for. Neither one is alone. So we're going to have to use elimination. I'm going to eliminate in this one my x's, which means I can make this 6 become a 12 by multiplying by 2. And then I need to change its sign, so I'm going to multiply by -2. So I'm going to bring this top equation over exactly how it is. And then I'm going to do the bottom one. 2 times negative 2 times 6 is -12x. -2 times 8 would be -16y. And -2 times 274 would be, I don't know, -548. Okay, from here, we're going to add straight down. Remember, check your x's. That's what we wanted to get and eliminate. They have opposite signs and the same number, so we're good. So those cancel. And then I have 14 plus -16 would be -2y. 508 plus -548 would be -40. Divide each side by -2, and y comes out to be 20. Now we're going to plug that back in for y to find our x. I'm going to use the bottom equation because it's smaller numbers. So I have 6x plus 8 times 20 equals 274. That gives me 6x plus 160 equals 274. Subtract 160 over. We have 6x equals 114. And then I'm going to divide by 6 to get x equals 19. Now what does that mean? That means it's $19 for plain and $20 for shiny. Okay, let's look at the next one. So I want you guys to go through this and find your totals. Pause the video and try to find your totals. All right, here we go. Jack's school is selling tickets to the annual talent show. On the first day of ticket sales, the school sold 2 adult and 14 students. So there's some numbers. For a total, here's my total of 128. The school took in $104 on the second day. There's another total. So we have an equation for day 1 and an equation for day 2. By selling 6 adult and 7 student, find the price of adult and student tickets. All right, so day 1. How did we earn $128? Well, how many tickets did we sell? Well, first let's figure out what kind of tickets we sold. So I have X and I have Y. I sold, it looks like adult tickets. We'll call that X. And Y would be student tickets. So if I'm selling both of them, I'm going to add them together. Now, how many adult tickets did we sell on day 1? We sold 2, so 2 goes in front of the X. How many student tickets did we sell on day 1? 14, that goes in front of the Y. Now let's do day 2. I sold adult tickets plus student tickets. So on day 2, how many adult tickets did we sell? 6. How many student tickets did we sell? 7. From here, we can use elimination to solve. So I'm going to multiply this bottom equation by -2. I'm going to eliminate my y's. So to get that, it was 7 to become a 14. I multiply by 2 to change its sign. It's a -2. So I'm going to pull this top equation over exactly how it is. And then I'm going to multiply -2 times the bottom equation. Okay, now you can double check it. If I look at my y's, I have same number, opposite sign. So now we're good to add our equations straight down. Oop. 2 plus -12 would be -10x. And then 128 plus -208 would give us, where am I? Oh my goodness, I just lost track of my entire thing. Oh my gosh, my phone won't work. There we go. Is -80. Divide by -10 on each side, and x comes out to be 8. Now I'm going to take that and I'm going to plug it back in. I'm going to use my top equation this time. So I have 2 times 8 plus 14y equals 128. That gives me 16 plus 14y equals 128. Subtract 16 to both sides, which gives you 112. Then we're going to divide each side. I'm not going to show that step because I don't want to write on my other words, and you get 8. What does this mean? This means that adult tickets are $8 and student tickets are $8. Okay, let's try the last one. So take a second, find your totals. Okay, you should have your totals now. Okay, so what are our totals? The school that Daryl goes to is selling tickets to the annual talent show. On the first day of ticket sales, the school sold 5 senior tickets, 11 student tickets, for a total of 155. So what is this, day 1 and day 2 again? So there's our equation for day 1, okay? The school took in $180 on the second day. So day 2 equation, we took in $180 by selling 10 senior tickets and 9 student tickets. We're going to find the price of each ticket. Okay, so X and Y. What are we selling? We're selling senior tickets and student tickets. All right, so we're adding the tickets together. We have X plus Y. Now, how many tickets did we sell on day 1? Day 1, we have 5 senior tickets, that goes in front of the X, and 11 student tickets, that goes in front of the Y. Now look at your day 2. On day 2, I have 10 senior tickets and 9 student tickets. Okay, so now we have our equation set up, so now we can jump into elimination. So remember, to get the equation set up, find your totals, and then how do we get to the totals? Now I'm going to multiply the top equation by -2 to make that 5 become a -10. So when I multiply that through, I get -10x minus 22y equals, where am I? Don't forget that other side, equals -310. Bring your bottom equation over exactly how it is. And then we can double check. My x's have the same number, opposite sign, so I can add my equations together. -10 plus 10, those cancel. Okay. -22 plus 9 would be -13y. And then we have -310 plus 180, which gives you -130. Divide by -13, and y comes out to be 10. Now I'm going to take that and I'm going to plug it back in. I'm going to use the bottom equation. So we have 10x plus 9 times 10 equals 180. That'd be 10x plus 90 equals 180. Subtract 90 to both sides to get 10x equals 90. Divide by 10, and x equals 9. So what did we just find? We found that it's $9 for senior tickets and it's $10 for student tickets.